Hi, my name's Corey and I'm from Complete Removals in Adelaide. I've been a professional removalist for over 13 years and today I'm going to show you how to pack a box full of glassware and stemware. When I'm finished, we're going to run a little experiment. There's an old furniture removalist myth that states if you drop a box from 2.4 metres, a professionally packed box from 2.4 metres, nothing inside will break. Today, we're going to put it to the test. Let's get started. First thing you need to do is to pack up the bottom of the box with some packing paper. We build it up to act as like a shock absorber. Generally we build about 3 inches high. And we normally build about 3 layers, horizontal layers. You can see we've packed some in between our items as well. When packing plates, we pack them in groups of 4, separated by a piece of paper. Then use a couple more pieces of paper, roll it nice and gently and pack it vertically. The reason we pack it vertically is because it's a lot safer that way. You can't pack them flat. You do the same technique for bowls, plates, anything where you have items of the same size. Also pack them in vertically. We're packing the bottom layer of the box and we need to make it sit nice and firmly in all directions. So pick items that can fill all of the gaps. You just have to use your nous when packing. Use plenty of paper, roll your items and make them big enough with enough paper to fit into the slots nice and carefully. Oops, looks a little bit windy in there. Now you can see we've got some gaps on our first layer, so we just plug that with paper. And that just stops any internal movement so the items can't bang or move within the box whilst in transit. We can't control the quality of the roads that we drive on. Pack some along the side of the box as well. Now it's all going to sit nice and firmly. Once you've done that, you build up another layer of scrunch like we showed in the picture before. Make this layer about 3 inches high again, 2 to 3 inches high. Make sure that it all sits nice and flat. For teacups and coffee cups, we wrap them in pairs, separated by a piece of paper. You roll them, then turn them and roll them again, creating some nice corners which will protect and cushion when sitting within the box. Make sure you pack nice and neat. Don't just throw your items in there miscellaneously. Try and give it some order. And if there's any gaps, plug them with paper. The best thing about wrapping cups in pairs is that the most fragile part of the cup, the handle, is protected by the other cup. You'll see that the box is sitting on top of another box and it's at my height. That way I don't have to keep bending over and it makes your job a lot easier. All the items are being pulled out of the cupboards and are sitting there, so it's all very easy and efficient. That's a technique that we use for wrapping single cups. Sometimes you can't wrap cups in pairs because you're trying to fill a small gap in the box. Now we've built 2 horizontal layers, we get to our stemware. Stemware requires just a little bit more finesse, and when rolling your items, try and roll some air in the package. The air is what acts as a shock absorber when it's sitting in the box. We're going to test this later when I drop this box. Pack your stemware vertically, never pack it horizontally, and always pack it on the top of the box. You would never want to pack stemware below plates or any other heavy items. Stemware can also be packed in pairs, the same as what coffee cups and teacups can. The idea behind that is the most fragile part, the stem, is protected by the other glass. Wrap it nice and carefully. Make sure you treat each package gently. Again, choose miscellaneous items to fill the gaps. If you're worried about the amount of paper we're using, you shouldn't be. We can recycle this paper. I press on top of the box just to see that you have got a little bit of movement there. That's the shock absorber I talk about. Again, pack nice and loosely and leave some nice corners which protect the package. We've nearly completely finished the box there. We've got a little gap that we can't fill with any other items, so we're going to plug it with some paper. This is the final stage that you have to get right. If you don't plug all of these gaps on the top properly, all of your work's going to be wasted. You'll notice that these items and the paper sit just above the top level of the box. Right, we're ready to close the flaps. The final step is just to add a few more pieces of paper and get it to the right height. It's really important that you get it to the right height so that when you close the flaps, it closes nice and tightly. You'll see that I press on the box and that it all presses down nice and tight. The top of the box sits flat, and that's really, really important. If you have a divot in the box, there's not enough paper. If you have a hump, there's too much and you need to pull some out. Once you get your box nice and square, crisscross your tape to seal it up. Alright, now I'm getting excited. We're about to test this old myth and put to the test all of the packing techniques that I've shown you today. This is the first time I've ever done this. Drop a box, that is. Oh, look at the bottom of that box, that's crushed in. That's going to test my packing. Tune into our next video to see the unpack.